Howdy, howdy, howdy everybody, and welcome to the DCRA Championship live on Apex Racing TV. I'm Austin Knight and I'm joined by the best cameraman and color commentator in the history of iRacing, Marco Barbanera.
Hello, everybody. I'm Marco Barbanera. Now, Austin, it's always wonderful to be commentating with you, especially at a wonderful track such as Virginia International Raceway. And it's just an amazing time we're going to have here. I'm going to bring you all the best camera angles led by the best lead commentary by you.
That is not believable, man. I mean, I would never say that this is one of my favorite racetracks in the world. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody, and thanks for joining us. Yeah, I mean, and you know, if you didn't like it, it was Austin's idea.
It was Marco's idea.
But apart from that, I mean, Austin, yes, not believable. First of all, I'm not Spanish. I am quite sure my impression of your accent was dreadful. It is actually one of my biggest disappointments that I cannot do a southern Texan accent. I cannot do any kind of accent, to be fair. I don't know. It's really, I tried hard, but it's not in my you know, not my cup of tea, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, when you said that I like this track, I mean, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But it's an historic place. It's an historic place. I respect massively the history of this track. You just have a very bad driver, but you are not. You were practicing with these guys, so you can tell us all of the secrets of Virginia International Raceway tonight.
Yeah, there are some secrets, some spots of warning, and some spots, if you look very closely, you'll find a bit of bodywork that I left over from practice session.
Oh dear me. So we are back for the third round of the evening, of the championship. A very short championship. This one, as we have come to know, Austin, and I think getting already into the halfway point of the championship after tonight, these drivers will be, you know, of course this is a championship done, you know, among friends. As you can see, qualifying is already underway. So, I mean, yes, you want to bring home the title, but also at the same time, it's also for a, you know, just a bit of fun, etc. But you know, after tonight, after the end of this round, only two left. Of course, Sebring and the season finale at Road Atlanta once again. So if you want to have championship ambitions, you know, start time to make some calculations, I think.
Yeah, there are a few drivers that are absolutely in control of this championship, and some drivers that have been looking around, haven't been in the top three a lot, but they've been hunting that championship down. So with the championship ambitions, it is going to be a very interesting final two rounds before the finale at Road Atlanta. We currently have Kurt Swearingen and on provisional pole with the Superman himself, Austin Henry, sitting in second place. And Kurt Hunt, he was having a very hard time at Road Atlanta with that chicane, or like I'm calling it now, the Hunt chicane, not because of him. He was having a very hard time there, and he was very looking forward to here at VIR. Going to be much more comfortable here. And we already got some racing going on in qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, one big difference that we've had from the first to the second round, as this was always going to happen, unfortunately, is that in round one, yes, some drivers had some issues here and there, but it was a very clean race. And don't get me wrong, Barber was clean as well. The problem is that in Barber we saw a lot of single car mistakes. It's like the drivers were not expecting, maybe there was a hotter track temperature. Of course, as you said, this is a driving club of Road Atlanta, so, you know, as Andrusco goes fastest, but Henry trying to respond. But, you know, maybe it was, just as you were saying, a bit of unfamiliarity with the racetrack. Even though this could be different today, because I remember in the interviews a couple of drivers told us last time around that they actually like to and have experience running around here in real life. So, you know, it's going to be... Of course, this is a very old scan of Virginia International Raceway. You can tell because there are Volkswagen clean diesel outboards all over the racetrack. But yeah,
And
of
the
course,
tree is still
the
there.
trees, yeah, of course, the oak tree is still there, forever preserved in digital form, just like USA Speedway, in Florida. Not there anymore, but present forever in iRacing.
Yeah, unless you want to go to a giant old storage facility that sits on the property right now. But yeah,
Also,
that
yeah,
clean diesel adverts are all over the place. I was expecting that announcement today from iRacing, but no, we got a different announcement, air quotes, today.
yeah, we got your car, no? The USF 2000 that will be coming in June together with the Indy Pro 2000, two cars that share the same chassis, different engine, a bit more powerful, of course. It's the Indy Pro 2000. The Indy Pro 2000 will go and replace the uh, uh, the Pro Mazda C-Class car. Of course, they said they were going to put some ovals in the championship. Thank you, because I mean, the Pro Mazda community has been very, very toxic in this regard, hating on the ovals over and over again. And USF 2000 will be replacing the Formula Sprint car. The LAR-F3 will still have its big series, the C-Class, every 2 hours, but the fixed series of the for the D class level will be the USF 2000, a car that I loved and I love in R Factor 2, and that of course Austin loves very well because he raced it in real life. And I have been told exclusively from my racing staff that you participated in the development of the new damage model for that car.
Shut up.
As a special consultant. Basically, for those that don't know, you can find a video on the internet where Austin, through no fault of his own, completely destroys a USF 2000 at Mid Ohio.
We aren't even there.
We were
I
not
wasn't
going
even.
there.
The funniest thing is, it's not technically my car because they went to a different chassis model from my chassis model, so technically not my car.
Come on, man. But yeah, this is the
But
new.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
It's the new Tatus based, and Tatus, of course, does a lot of cars right now all around the world, including the Formula Regional Europe, the Italian F4, and several of these junior series among the USA, also New Zealand, I think also in the UK. So yeah, nice to have some new open wheelers, and I absolutely love the USF 2000 in D class. Back to the racing gear because we have 1 second left in qualifying, and looks like Austin Henry will get pole. He's 3/10 of a second in front of Trevor Androsco, and Kurt Hunt is sitting in third place. Kurt Swearingen
And goes.
Oh dear! Oh
Oh,
no!
big hit!
Massive hit for Clifton Lipple.
And Hunt jumps into second place. Does Androsco jump up? No, he doesn't. The Superman himself sitting provisional pole.
Oh! He missed him.
Oh my goodness!
Now, if
He was wide in the open too.
I know that we are all here for the racing. We're here for the racing, and the racing is going to be fantastic. But of course, don't go away at the end of the race because Demolition Derby is coming after the checkered flag.
It's happened every race so far, so we're probably gonna see it right now because the new damage model, and it's just fun to let off a bit of steam after a race.
We see an interesting technical solution from Dimitri Kellner.
No rear wing on that car,
Yeah.
a lot of straight line advantage, and here at VIR, you can actually get some speed off that, but in the high speed section that he is in right now, it's gonna hurt him just a little bit. But hey, that might help him on the straight. He's currently, he hasn't actually set a lap time yet. So we'll see if he could set a lap time and maybe jump up in the standings.
Start finish line is not really a line. Checker flag waving. Is this going to be a valid lap?
No.
The answer is unfortunately no. We have Lintran on track as well. I don't think he will have time to finish his lap, Austin. So we are racing in the big layout of of Virginia International Raceway, one of many layouts that this beautiful racetrack can have. So what are the characteristics of this particular version?
Yeah, this is the grand layout, so it's just the outer edge layout instead of the inside layout. So it's the most commonly used layout. It's not the track day layout that most track days use when they allow the entire public to race here. They open up that inner loop, and it's very fun when you race here. But most of the series that race here, they use this Grand Prix layout as qualifying has ended.
Yes, I mean beautiful scenario. I like that. I like that the trees are also a bit, autumn looking. They are not all green, so a bit of red, brown trees. Absolutely fantastic. And this old, I mean, this building here of the pit lane building, absolutely fantastic to see. So qualifying is
One
over.
of two pit lanes, I must say. One of two.
It's always confusing, but we are of course starting here, and we have the starting grid for today or tonight.
Yeah,
I say tonight.
Starting up on pole, it is the Superman Austin Henry ahead of Kurt Hunt, Trevor Androsco in third place, followed by Kurt Swearian, Tyler Hoffman, Clifton Lipple, Seth Thomas, Dave Madden, Richard Edge, Jason Owens, Lynn Tran, Topher Everett in 12th place. Behind them is Ryan Hardwick, Adam Selklov, Daniel Vallejo, David Smith, and Dimitri Kellner with a new rear wing starting at the end of the grid after taking that parts penalty.
Standing start? Did we always have a standing start?
It was a rolling. No.
No, it was.
Yeah, it was rolling start last time, but now it's standing start. Ladies and gentlemen, April Fools, we're starting like this.
And of course, these cars have traction control, stability control, so you need to, if you can, push all the buttons, if you have them mapped, by the way, to, deactivate them. And here
but
we go.
But it's time to get the revs. Everyone's disappeared from.
You are back.
As the 5 red lights and away we go here at Virginia International Raceway. It's a great start from Hunt. He's trying to sneak up the middle as Androsco's trying to spoil the party for Hunt, but Henry is just leading him out of the way as they go too wide, coming out of the long turn 1, heading into the quick turn 2. Henry's looking down the inside. Hunt's swinging in there, but Hunt's gone wide. Hunt's in the grass. Hunt's in the grass. We got cars around.
Hoffman.
We got Hoffman's out. There's a wheel gone from one of these cars. 3 cars around, 4 cars having issues. But a great start from Henry and Androsco, keeping out of what happened to Hunt right there. Let's get a replay of what happened. Hunt just lost it, and then, oh my goodness, two cars just get into each other.
I see Seth Thomas is dropping, and that is reason why he's sitting on the barrier. I think some damage on that car, absolutely missing, of course, the left-hand side mirror, because why not? Steering seems pretty straight, but this was a very interesting opening segment of the race, and now this long backstretch, absolutely flat out, as we are side by side between Hunt and Lipple.
Side by side, this is a great opportunity to get some draft and a good run. The turn is not at the very top of this hill. You got another valley before you go up for another sharp turn. But Lipple is just riding on the back end of Hunt. This is a very tricky braking zone. Let's see if they get it absolutely right.
Oh, he's wide again.
And Hunt's off. This grass section is very dangerous because it's just like an ice skating rink here. And Hunt's been struggling so much.
Lipple is wide as well.
And Lipple's off. And that's going to promote Owens in the Artesian Builds Wolfpack Esports car up into 3rd.
Everett follows suit. He's able to save it. Hoffman is struggling a bit. He's back on the racing line, but another battle here. Fantastic Madden, Hunt, Owens fighting for 3rd place, and another.
Oh, Madden's off, and Owens is turned around by Hardwick. going to be a tricky rejoin for Owens right there, as they got 5 cars off the track, on the track, all over the track, and this is just a murder. The braking points were completely off right there. Let's ride on board with Ryan Hardwick. Yeah, he should have braked right there. But he broke it like it was the first lap.
No problem for the two leaders right now. Austin Henry and Trevor Andrasco, they are first and second. Of course, Henry keeping his pole position place and keeping it, of course, in these first few laps. Andrasco gained 1 place. And at the end of the day, I don't know how.
Still in third.
He's still third after going off 2 times, so almost 3 creative
Almost
line there.
3 right there. Oh!
Thankfully,
and that is Thomas going into the infield course. Thankfully, didn't hit a wall. That's the one plus about VIR. Miles and miles and miles of Virginia grass.
But he almost smashed into the tire barrier. Look at that. Well, almost. I mean, not pro. As
he's got a real conundrum on his hand on where he rejoins the track on. Because if you rejoin in the wrong spot, if you drive across all that track, you will get black flagged.
Oh yeah, just like in Summit Point as Vallejo goes wide here. But still great fights all over the place. I mean, again, Hunt, I don't know how he's still in third, but he is in third.
Well, it was that massive 4-car incident in turn 1. Everyone went wide. There was at least everybody had contact, and Kurt just snuck his way through there very unnoticed. And
but then he went wide again.
Track.
No, didn't
yes,
he go
he did.
wide? I mean, but still
no,
there?
He didn't go wide. He didn't go wide after lap 1. He hasn't gone wide yet. It was just the exit onto the final straight. As we got a good battle for 8th, Madden and Swearigan. Madden's just holding around the outside, taking a good line, and Swearigan sending it up there. You can already see that car looking bodied and scrapped and torn up just a little bit like it's the end of the race. But no, we're 5 minutes into this. This is DCRA.
Forgot to tell in the beginning, of course, this is now being unofficially known as the DCRA Night in America from now on, thanks to Austin. Or we can call it the DCRA morning in Italy. You know, we switched to daylight savings now, so everything is 1 hour later for me compared to the last couple of weeks. So it's a lofty 3:40 in the morning right now.
Well, good morning to you, Marco. We're having a great night over here as Owens and Tran having a good fight around the oak tree. And who's going to get the best exit right there? Let's ride on board the Artesian Builds Wolfpack Esports Porsche of Owens. That straight is so fun in real life. You got a lot of hills, get some airtime, and Owens very late on the brakes, almost setting up there into a gap that was microscopic, but he is wearing a Senna helmet, so it was a Senna-like move.
Oh, he's gone wide.
And Owens kind of works because Trent goes wide, and Owens picks up 6th place.
Oh, be careful, he's sliding, Thankfully, the iRacing blimp is right on top of the action. And Lin Tran is able to save it, but lost a massive amount of positions. As Toffer Everett, Tyler Hoffman, David Madden, Kurt Swearingen all made their way past the number 007, of course, Jason Owens, who was hunting down him. So we are having another runaway race right now, just like we had. I mean, especially in the second race, we had in second round at. Barber, we had a runaway winner. Now 2.5 seconds from first to second, but the problem is that, of course, after that they have 12.9 seconds between first and third, and not being able to keep up. And I'm looking at the timing table here, the timing screen, timing monitor. I called it 4 different ways. My concept is that Austin Henry is lighting up the timing with the purple sectors all around the place. Oh! Massive crash.
Into the wall. That's Lipple, and Lipple's lost his wing, and he's fallen down the table. but he is staying off the track, waiting for everyone to pass him, waiting for a good rejoin. This is responsible driving after you make an incident like this, and this is a heavy hit too.
Oh,
Oh,
massive
that is
deceleration.
a car meets brick wall, and he finally gets turned around right now, but he's going to be struggling with grip. And this battle for sixth place between Madden and Swearigan is still going on, and we want some in-car cameras, so let's give him some in-car cameras, and let's bring up that driver information as well. And glorious, glorious, as Marco would say, freedom units. Coming out of that final corner across that DRS line, going at 120 miles an hour past the fake start-finish line, then past the real start-finish line. Madden and Swearigan. Madden a little bit later on the brakes. He's getting very close, trying to look for the outside, but Swearigan is just glued to that inside line right there. So let's run on board with Kurt Swearigan as we look back at Madden now. You fall so close in these Porsches. These GT4 cars absolutely love close racing, but they can also get very loose.
Oh, problem for
Oh!
Andrusko.
And Drusko's second place is off at Tree. And is that Hunt? No, it's not
Nope.
Hunt. That's a lap car.
So we had two crashes. First was Adam Sekulov, who's got some fans in the chat, and they will not be happy because you made a mistake here. Missing his... Oh, you know... you know.
Oh.
Don't tell me that because Andrusko was coming to the same corner. Oh no, but he went off on his own. Maybe he was distracted by that car there and the yellow flags waving.
It's parked right where a cop would be parked, honestly. So on board Madden as Swearigan is chasing out Owens, who is ahead of him right there. Owens sporting a new paint scheme because he got picked up by Wolfpack Esports after last race.
I'm told that that's a great team.
Yes, it is a great team. They also have good sponsors as well. Let's go check them out.
Team that is, of course, mostly famous for winning the Majors 2020 Daytona 500 duel with a certain Italian driver.
Nice self-plug right there. Well, Owens leading out this fifth place battle, this three-way battle. Swearigan looking down the inside. Owens just going to hold that regular line right there. Who's going to be the last late breakers? We see Madden. He's been breaking very late right there, trying to swing it around the outside. And Swearigan, not the best middle apex right there. And here comes Madden on Swearigan as Owens is starting to close down on Hardwick. We might have a four-way battle for fourth.
Oh yeah, we definitely could have, as we are entering the second, the second third of the race. 10 minutes in, and we have 20 to go.
Yeah, Swearigan in that ACI Motorsports car, though, he absolutely loves this section of track because he's been setting some great times through here. And Swearigan is closing up to Owens right there in that car as we ride on board with David Madden and watch these two going at it into a very tricky corner. If you don't brake here, you're going to go sailing off into the distance, or worse, into the wall as we head into the double right-hand corner and then around the tree. Swearigan, Owens, Madden, the battle for fifth. Here comes Swearigan on the exit as they go drag racing here at VIR.
Yeah, let's jump to the blimp and appreciate the vastness of the green around this racetrack, the massive run of areas, almost like an Argentinian or Brazilian racetrack with all these massive, but then you have this hard braking here, and all these corners, massive elevation changes, super tricky to get it right. It's really one of the jewels in motorsport, and of course I was joking in the beginning. The only reason why I have hatred for this place is my own fault, because again, I'm terrible around here. Great pass by Hedge on Everett.
A great pass up the inside, tricky breaking point as well. Jason Owens still leading out Swearigan and Madden. But he's messed up the little brakes, and what a send by Swearigan, almost pushing Owens off the track, and Madden's going to join him as well.
So it's 2 for the price of 1, but not the kind of offer you would want at a supermarket for Jason Owens. He lost 2 positions, unfortunately for him. Mistake in the braking area.
Yeah, it's not the sale of a century, as we have a little bit here. Yeah, David Smith is gone. Well, he's just sailed off the final corner. As we were saying, tricky breaking points. That last corner, it is a tricky breaking point because on track when you're driving, you don't really see it as a breaking point, but when you go around the corner, you realize you should have braked there, and when you realize that, you're already in the grass, and if you're traveling a little bit too fast, you're in the wall.
Kurt Swearingen, as someone is noting in the chat, progressing very nicely, and look at that, despite the moves and the overtakes he has been making, he's still gaining massively on 4th place Ryan Hardwick. Matter of fact, he's basically
he's right there.
Yeah, in his on his rear bumper.
And since he's the biggest mover on track, let's ride on board with Kurt Swearingen. And they're also catching Kurt Hunt.
And
that is not Kurt Hunt, that's a laps car. That's a laps car. Hardwick going a little bit too early on the brakes. Swearingen just trying to eke out any bit of space and get as close as he can before braking for the final 2 corners. That's how tricky that braking zone is. You have to do it on the chicane, and then Slatsgaard is going to get in Kurt's way, but Kurt doesn't give a dang, and he is going to go full throttle and bury his nose in the gearbox of Hardwick. And we might have a send heading into turn 1. Who's going to be the last breakers? Here goes Swearingen looking down the inside. Hardwick looking around the outside, but he's staying in the middle of the track. That is a great defensive move by Hardwick. But who's going to have the best exit? Swearingen going a little bit off the track and riding on the curb as he's trying to get around the hard defending of Hardwick.
Maybe there was even the slightest of touches, but something put Kurt out of his rhythm there. And all of a sudden he's have to defend from Madden. Brilliant racing. Brilliant racing.
Brilliant, great, wonderful, insert adjective of positivity here. Racing at VIR, like always, in the DCRA Championship. These guys always putting on a great show for us.
Absolutely. And now a little bit of a respite for Hardwick, but I don't think he's going to last because Swearingen back to his rhythm. Look at this car. These cars move left and right there in the S's. You know, very... you were talking about the fact that these cars have stability control, but that could actually work against you in some circumstances.
Oh, Swearingen in the wall!
And we say, oh no! And he's the Wolf car.
Straight to the side. And Swearingen's car, I think, is done, as Owens had nowhere to go from that car, just swinging back on track. And Owens, that is a lap car he's racing with. Yes.
It's Adam Sekulov. I swear I saw, no pun intended, of course, the left side mirror have a spectacular death in this accident. Look at them, bam! He went, he went outside. Maybe he went into the shadow realm. You know, poor.
He's gonna have damage on there. And was Owens involved in an incident? As we cut away, I don't think he was, because they're still going on track, but I think they may have gone off track after that. So let's ride on board with Owens.
I think it has been recorded as an incident, this one, because of course they made contact. Look at that mirror go, and he had to basically stop.
Oh, it's just nowhere for him to go.
As we go back live. So Kurt Swearingen car, I mean, I said this many times, this car, especially maybe because this is the first season in iRacing, it has been built like a freaking tank, and it's just like the TCR. It's very hard, stop forever, disappearing and reappearing, moving back forward. I said that Hardwick was going to be under pressure from Owens, well, that didn't happen. And now he's having to defend from David Madden. They are enjoying a 7-second advantage over Owens in 6th place. And at the same time, that mistake from Andrusko we saw earlier has given Austin Henry a clean track behind him, 16 seconds in front of the number 13, then Kurt Hunt, and then Jason Owens going wide.
Oh, Owens wide, but he saved it from going out of the wall, and he's rejoined the track a little bit sideways, but what a save by Owens, keeping it from the wall and keeping his car from even more damage. He's going to have a slowdown penalty for that for sure, but he's continued going on, and actually, I don't think he's going to get a slowdown penalty from that, because it doesn't really look like he cut a corner.
I don't. Let's jump on board with him and see what we see.
Was just too much steering angle in there, and then look at the counter steer, and then, oh my goodness, that is wonderful save. That is a wonderful save right there. And oh, 2 cars off.
This is
And
Richard
a circle
Edge.
off an edge.
Did they make contact? They went off at the same time.
Yeah, they're right behind Owens, and oh, big contact.
Yeah, that's the lap car of Sokolov being pushed out of the way, just putting it mildly. And now Everett is going around.
Trouble in the final corner. He's on the
Oh,
very
no!
exit. This car's coming. No, no, no!
Aye.
Sokolov cannot get a break today. And Everett teleports back into the pits. I think something's just been thrown from him. I cannot see down into his pit box, but he's not happy from that.
Nope. And that was less than ideal, of course. You have so little control with your car when you are sliding, when you finish in the middle of the racetrack. Reaction times sometimes fail you, or maybe you're watching the relative. I think you have many more distractions in sim racing than you have in real life, Austin. You have done both, I haven't. So tell me if this is true or not. I mean, all the informations we have on the screen and the notifications of the yellow flags. I mean, when you are driving at a real car, I think you're just focused on what you're doing. You might have the odd radio message from the pit box, but apart from that, you don't have maybe the dashboard to look at. But yeah, in the virtual world, there's many things, and not only on the screen and on the simulator, also around you in your house.
You also have your dogs, your family, the people outside that mow the lawn at crucial points when you're trying to listen to something. And
no!
Maddox goes off, and oh no, Hardwick and Maddox side-by-side collision in that tricky braking point. And they're both off, and they're both going slow. And here comes Hoffman. Hoffman's closing down. Hoffman's got Madden.
Oh, careful! Oh, dear me. That was so close. So close. Mistake from Madden in the braking area. I think he went a bit too deep.
There was just, well,
clip the grass.
Hardwick broke
Bang.
very early, and then Madden just, well, nowhere to go. Well, nowhere to go. Broke way too late. 10 minutes left, and it's already wild here.
People are enjoying the show, and we say hello to Trip Campbell as well, and all the other viewers.
Hello. We also got Foster Peters in here.
Lipple, I think, should get a rear wing on this car.
Yeah, he's struggling with that. His trunk is bouncing up and down.
Owens on a comeback trail. No, losing the position to Edge. My mistake.
That's your second commentator's curse today. The first one was Hardwick. No, the first one was Swearigan. As he was making up a lot of ground, then unfortunately went into the wall. Jason Owens sitting in 7th place after getting that massive contact from Swearigan. Swearigan making his way back up there, and Owens just driving that stricken car.
Take a look at this, Austin. You were in the practice with these guys earlier. This is the best time from each driver, and it paints an interesting picture for our race leader and the rest of the field.
Yeah, the Superman himself, Austin Henry, 155.3. It's not as a stark contrast to Barber, where he was almost 3 seconds faster than everybody, but this is out-of-worldly fast, and I couldn't even get under sub 2 minutes here. Then again, I had like 30 minutes with the car and track.
Kellner goes around. Here is our race leader. Usually when you are a runaway winner, as he's looking to be right now, there's the problem you don't get a lot of camera time. So let's give him some camera time, even though, as I see in my timing screen, we might have another round between Owens and Swearingen.
Yeah, this battle goes down for the ages with these two. They've been battling a lot throughout this series. Sometimes Owens comes out on top, sometimes Swearingen comes out on top, and sometimes the car damage wins in these battles. Swearingen following Owens as close as he can, keeping a safe distance. This is one of the slowest parts of the track. That apex is very tricky, especially with that curb. This car is not a fan of curves, but at low speeds, it's pretty okay to get the car up there. But these curves up here, you gotta be very careful in these S's.
And that's, a bit strange for a Porsche car to be, a bit, not very curb happy. For example, as Madden has gone into another state, probably. Can you find the track?
Which part of the track? Everywhere you go, you're going to find the track, but unfortunately, he's just stuck in no man's land. That put Owens and Swearingen back up into 7th and 8th. And the cool thing is that if you think this race being decided by setup, it's not, because it's actually a fixed setup race that I discovered. In the practice session, it was a fixed setup that they were using.
Great pass by Kurt Swearingen. So, I mean, after smashing the wall, you see his left-hand mirror is gone to greener pastures, but at the same time, the car seems to be working nicely, and now, bouncing hard on those curbs, he moves up into 7th place in front of Jason Owens, and now trying to catch Richard Edge, who's got a sizable fan club, another WRL number plate there. Series that, of course, we broadcast on Apex Racing TV. So I think I might be commentating the next one next week. So, yeah.
Yes, you'll be with me. Richard Edge!
Commentator's curse. Again.
Yeah, that WRL number plate, as he waits at the side of the road for those two to get past. Yeah, he is. The car is struggling for traction, but he's also just waiting. There's a banked, it's kind of sloped outwards to keep the car. Yeah, he's actually wheel spinning right there. Yeah, he's just dipped the wheel right there. Too much steering, and then dipped the wheel out, and he's back out. That is very unfortunate for Edge. Jason, though, still sitting in 7th. He's got Madden on his tail now.
Hoffman sitting in up 5th. Yeah.
Hoffman take care of Selkolov. But he is chasing out on Hardwick.
And that's Vallejo, yes. It's Daniel Vallejo.
Oh, Vallejo.
They have similar liveries.
Yes, that's why I got confused.
Back to Owens and Madden now, as in front of them, that was Swearingen taking a very, very, very careful line through that corner.
I think he's the only driver who brakes right there, because everyone's been sending it later than him.
Dear.
And off goes Madden into the miles of Virginia grass.
Trying to rejoin. He does so, but of course losing a couple of places. Richard Edge now jumping up to 8th. Owens is in 7th. Another fight here. Hardwick, we have been saying I have been saying all this time, Austin, that he's due for an attack, but he has never moved from 4th place, and everyone who tried to attack him had a very, very, very painful demise so far. Let's see if Hoffman has the same fate or not. I think Ryan, I don't want to jinx him, is driving very carefully. Please don't, please Ryan, don't prove me wrong. I'm not trying to commentate or curse you, but he hasn't put a foot wrong all race, more or less, and he's keeping his car clean. If you don't have the pace, Austin, that's the best thing you can do. Of course, easier said than done.
Of course, easier said than done indeed. This car is, like we were saying, she is easy and fun to handle, but once you start pushing her, she gets a little bit rough around the edges. So Hoffman's falling, but look out where they break. Hardwick breaks right here, and Hoffman breaks at the apex of that corner. So Hardwick likes to break a little bit earlier, but it is so early. It catches off everyone off guard who's following him. And I think Hoffman's caught along to that, and he's going to try to overtake him just a little bit before there.
Richard Detch passes Owens for the, I think, third time tonight. I think Jason is having some damage on that car because he's not fighting every time someone comes close to him. I just want to see his own board.
After collecting a car straight into his bonnet, you can see the bonnet actually bouncing up and down slightly as we ride on board with him. We got cars off the track. That's Vallejo.
Yeah.
Off of the foul corner, and I think another car was off the track as well. May have been Madden. And Daniel's just looking. Don't do it right now, Daniel. Ooh. Okay, good. They didn't
at the worst possible moment. And again, let's see the comparison of lap times between these fighting duo. As you can see, Hoffman slowly but surely, but like everyone else, gaining on Hardwick, but unable so far to go and have the decisive blow. As in the meantime, our race leader, Austin, has just started his final lap of the race.
Yeah, white flag is out here at VIR, or as Marco would say, Serra La Blanca.
I am almost in tears by your improvements in Spanish.
I thought that was Italian.
It's... oh, dear me.
Are you telling me this entire time me thinking that was Italian?
Oh, it's Spanish.
Was wrong? It's Spanish?
Yeah, Sale La Blanca.
How did I not know that?
Do you speak either Italian or Spanish?
No.
No? How could you know? It's not that easy, especially for an English speaker, an Anglophone, should I say. It's very difficult to catch the difference between some of the languages we speak in Europe. So yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Funny thing is I took Spanish class.
You were not paying a lot of attention.
Nope. As Hardwick and Hoffman battle out for fourth place, they go around turn one right now and continue on their lap-long battle. But the Superman has entered the final sector, so we're going to ride along with him as Superman Austin Henry in that 00 Porsche 718 GT4 car has one more corner to go, and it's going to be another win for the Superman here at Virginia International Raceway here in the DCRA Championship. And back to the battle for fourth between Hardwick and Hoffman. Hoffman's been closing in on Hardwick lap after lap. He's putting in the pressure. He's getting closer and closer. Hardwick in that Coors Light is going wide, and Hoffman has pushed him and he's turned him.
Don't go on the right of the tree. Oh dear, he's going to get a massive penalty. Hardwick is trying to wait for it. Hoffman is trying to wait for him, but Hardwick...
and he went around the tree.
He went around the tree. I think you get a cut track penalty for that. Great sportsmanship from Hoffman. Hopefully, you see, he's trying to serve either a slowdown or a cut track penalty. We'll have to wait at the end of the race on Drasko in second, Ante in third. The Demolition Derby has already started, but we are still racing. We have another fight here between Edge and Swearingen. So we'll have to see at the end of the race. iRacing will update the standings if there are some automatically assigned post-race penalties.
Yeah, Hardwick might have one. Look at this send by Edge. What a send by Edge. And oh no! Swearingen was not happy about that. And here comes Edge, but oh, Karma has struck, and Swearingen's in the wall. And here comes Owens. Owens swinging around Swearingen, and Owens picks up 8th place. What a crazy, crazy last lap here at Virginia International Raceway.
Oh, these drivers have already finished, but these drivers have not. Lipple and Tran. Lipple, biggest disappointment for me of this race. But of course, when you race all 30 minutes without a rear wing, these things are unfortunately bound to happen. We are just waiting for...
But hey, let's ride on board with Lipple. Let's ride on board with Lipple. Let's ride on board with him. He managed to go all through that race in 10th place, and boom, shakalaka. 10th place for Lipple. And ladies and gentlemen,
have a car on his lead, huh? It's wearing in.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
It's DCRA night in America. And it's traditional crash fest at the end of the race.
I mean, look at the glorious picture of this carnage from high above the iRacing blimp. Absolutely fantastic scenes. Tradition, and even more tradition. This, and now they start driving backwards and chasing each other. Oh dear.
Oh gosh.
Mirror died for our sins there in the grass.
We got another car on its lid. Oh, I don't want to see that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Who was that? Dimitri Kellner at the ride of his life.
Oh, we need a replay of Kellner with that. Oh, please jump back about 30 seconds so we can get that glory. Where's Kellner?
Just a second. I promise I will find it for you if they stop wrecking. Oh man. No. Oh, okay.
Is this it?
No.
I believe this is it. Oh! Took a big hit right there. Kellner looking at it. Oh, he's missed. Oh, here's the windup. Here's the windup. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready to move up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster. Oh, he got smashed right there.
I think it was very tough to find it.
Oh, here it is.
Oh.
Boom! Head on with Owens. Oh my goodness, there's just so much carnage happening here. You gotta love these guys.
I absolutely 100% endorse this kind of behavior, and you know, oh dear. And you know, I am a race marshal in real life, so I totally am okay with this.
Is that Hunt just doing donuts without a wheel? I think Hunt's doing donuts without a front wheel. And I think Hunt just lost all of his wheels.
You picked a fine time to leave me. Whose wheel? Race results.
Gosh!
Oh, look at this!
Oh!
Did Austin get disqualified for driving backwards before the end of the race? I think that's what happened.
This is...
If you get a black flag after the race...
I think, I don't know how this happened, but it's saying Trevor Androsco has won this race. Austin Henry may have got a penalty.
I tell you, I think after let's watch it. Not here, but here. So he wins the race.
Did he drive across the start-finish line?
I think he went backwards before the end of before everyone crossed the start-finish line. Let's see. If all the drivers haven't crossed the start-finish line, black flags and penalties still count.
Oh
yeah.
I think Austin Henry, yeah, it's showing him on iRacing as finishing outside, and it's showing Trevor Androsco winning this race, followed by Kurt Hunt, Ryan Hardwick, Tyler Hoffman, Richard Edge, David Madden, Jason Owens, Kurt Swearingen, Clifton Lipple, Lynn Tran, Austin Henry, Dimitri Kellner, David Smith, Topher Everett, Dano Vallejo, Seth Thomas and Adam Selkoff and 17th place. What a bizarre race.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see if the stewards decide to, to give the victory regardless to Austin or not. It's I had it happen in a league where a certain driver that you all know, Alessandro Dalle Donne, won the race and then got disqualified for driving backwards.
Polish
So,
victory lap.
yeah, it was a super speedway race. So, I went for a Polish victory lap that didn't work. By the way, for interviews, the link is in the chat right now, the link to our Discord. So if you want to hop in and have a chat with us, don't be shy. Just click on the link that should appear in a second. Yes. And come and have a chat with us because we want to talk to you and we have already a couple of drivers for
Yeah, let's
our
bring
interviews.
in. Yeah, we're gonna bring in Hoffman. Howdy.
What's
Mr.
up?
Tyler? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing good. We're trying to figure out the ending positions of the race. It's showing you as finishing in 4th after apparently Austin Henry got disqualified after the race, but on track you finished 5th after all the penalty debacles. But hey, top 5 overall. How you feeling about that?
I'm pretty happy with the top 5. All things considered, got taken out once again on lap 1. And then just drove back through the field and was able to. I went from, I think, second to last all the way back up to a top 5. So it's a good points night.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of cars going off the track, all around the track, getting into a bit of bump and rubbing with each other. It's kind of the staple here, especially at the end of the races with cars flying all over the place.
Yeah, it's. I was wondering what happened because I saw the finishing order as well, but I guess Austin may have gotten DQ'd for that, but he still won tonight.
Yeah, he won on track. I don't believe that's going to affect the points at all.
No.
So you finished in 5th tonight. How are you feeling about that? And what are your thoughts on the next round at Sebring?
Sebring, yeah, we got some practice to do. VIR isn't my best course, and so I'm all right with Sebring, but I definitely got some work to do, and we've got our next round in just a couple days, so we're on lockdown here in Georgia, so I'll find some time.
All right, well, that's good to hear. Before we let you go, Tyler, anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank the guys at Simcraft and Driving Club Road Atlanta, my boy Foster, again Seth, and thanks to Trip and Adam and everybody else over there, and any other Driving Club members that are watching. If you guys are watching the cast and you've got a sim or you can borrow somebody's sim, hop on. It's a lot of fun. We've got a lot of new faces on here this week, and the top 3 from this week are all first time they've been on the podium. So come out and join.
Except for Austin, if he won or
Well,
not.
yeah. I'm looking at the results.
Technically.
Yeah,
technically he did it.
Technically, yeah. But come out and play, guys.
Well, thank you, Tyler. You have yourself a good night. And Mark, I'm going to leave you with Mr. Jason Owens.
Absolutely. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the booth.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, doing fine. How about you? That looks like a very eventful race for yourself out there.
Yeah, it was a little. It started out pretty good, and then it got a little rough.
You were having a good rhythm, especially making moves, and then that crash that you had with that car rejoining at the Oak Tree. That after that, I think you might have had some damage because you stopped fighting basically with everyone. I saw every time someone tried to attack you, you were not pushing. You were just letting them by basically.
Yeah, Kurt went off an oak tree, and it hooked back on track in front of me, left me nowhere to go, and I think Adam might have gotten into me in the rear a little bit, but after that I definitely had some high-speed stability as well as a little issue on turn-in, and lost a lot of top end. I couldn't even use 6th gear on the back straightaway, so I didn't really have anything for anybody on the straights, and then through the S's and some of the high-speed turns, the back end was really loose, so I was just trying to hold on and maintain a decent finish.
So we have been to Road Atlanta, sorry, and Barber, to short, very twisty racetracks. Then we went to this massive racetrack at Virginia, long straights, but also some technical corners, a lot of them, in fact. And next time around we'll be in another track that's very long and full of various kinds of corners. Of course, the bumps. Sebring is going to be a great one. What do you think about that?
I haven't really run Sebring a lot, so I'm definitely gonna have to do some practicing. But it's definitely a little tricky. The visibility is being relatively flat as makes spotting some of the corner exits and entries a little difficult. So it should make for some interesting racing for sure.
Thank you very much for joining us, Jason. Before we let you go, anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my girlfriend Gina for putting up with me, taking time away, getting in VR, and kind of shutting off and practicing and racing. So
Awesome, Jason. Well, thanks a lot, and we'll catch you at Sebring for the next one.
all right, thank you.
And that was Jason Owens, Austin. I can say that just like in the first race, just like in the second race, I had tons of fun tonight with these guys. This is quickly becoming a personal favorite of mine, this series.
This series is already a personal favorite of mine with the well, just talking with the guys, racing with the guys before the race, and just watching these guys have a good old fun. They love driving around Road America. They're a club in real life. They're a club on here. It's just a bunch of groups of friends having a good old time. And it's always a blast watching these guys race. So I'm definitely excited to see what Sebring brings to us. But that is on for the 4th of April, which is also my mother's birthday. So that's going to be fun.
It's going to be, of course, here in Italy on the 5th of April, which is my brother's birthday. So we'll have to do both some birthday, wishes on that broadcast. Just as tonight, of course, it was not April the 1st here in Italy. It is not. It's already the 2nd. But yeah, I mean, special day for both of us then on the next one. Of course, the action, as you know, Austin, will not stop here. We are having, unsurprisingly, the busiest period of in many years here at Apex Racing TV. So if you want to enjoy some more racing, well, tomorrow we have the big one, Apex Racing League TCR Championship at Virginia. Wow, I didn't know that.
Well, what a surprise!
It's going to
We're
be
already here.
at 7 GMT, both on our channel and on the iRacing Esports Network. It's going to be, of course, at 9 Eastern. It's going. Oh, jeez. It's going to be at 3 Eastern in the afternoon. That race. Then on Friday morning, the Acuta AOSC Super Series, that will be at 8:45 GMT. Later, on the 4th of April, we have a fantastic evening of action for you, because we are going to have the Road to Indy presented by Cooper Tires race at 16:45 GMT. Then we are going to have the Euro V8s with their endurance at Bathurst at 6:18 GMT. And then we are going to have the Formula 3.5 at 22 GMT. And then when, of course, here is going to be another day, but still on that same day for you in the United States, DCRA are going to come back for the Sebring round. So a mega Saturday of racing on Apex Racing TV. We might also have another event for that day as well. Austin, the fun, again, as I said, never stops, doesn't stop, and we are very thankful that you are spending your nights with us and hopefully sharing the same fun that we are having, me and you together.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. All the fun is here on Apex Racing TV. So hit that subscribe button and maybe ring that bell to see whenever we're live and doing other crazy stuff here on iRacing. Thank you all for watching. I've been joined by the best cameraman in the world, Marco Barbonera. I'm Austin Knight, and I hope y'all have a good night.